All right, ladies and germs, welcome to another edition of Creme de la Corp, your weekly dose of me going through 5 posts in the war room that I've never seen before, except for one today. We've got a bonus one that I am aware of, and we'll talk about it at the end. So let's dive on in, shall we? Our first one is called "Is anyone else automating their entire job?" Hey, War Room, I'm going to come clean. I've been really benefiting from this remote work lifestyle and wanted to get your thoughts. I don't write a single email or do a single activity on a weekly basis. I make sure that all the middle labor tasks in the handoff process are there. I might spend an actual hour of work a day working, or an hour a day working. And then he lists an entire tech stack. Anyway, do we automate our work? If I had the technical expertise, yeah, I would love to automate some of my work. However, I don't have that opportunity. So let's see. You've got your entire tech stack here. You've got HubSpot, Integromat, Expandy, Phantom Buster, Lemlist, Handwritten, Drop Cowboy, Mailworm, Buffer. So, I mean, work smarter, not harder, people. If you can automate some like menial tasks, great. But you also don't want to lose the core of what you're doing. You don't want to not be personalized, but there's a lot of software out there that can definitely make you look personalized, even if it's not. Top comment says, yes, I am also automating in the sense that I hire SDRs and make them do the real work, and then I close the deals. Seriously impressive. I don't know how you to do any of it, but you're legit missing out on flexing your sales muscle. The point of being an SDR moving through the grind is so that you're mentally strong enough to handle the additional bandwidth of being an AE. Yeah. I mean, if you're not actually on the phone and like making calls and like speaking to potential customers, I could see that argument. But a lot of sales work is super meaningless and busy. And if it can be automated, shit, I say do it. So the next one is called, is this practice fucked up or is it just me? Part of an offer letter says accounts fall into two categories. Individual accounts, which are solely owned by the rep and paid at full comp, between 20 and 30% commission. Shared accounts are paid standard 10%. Per the offer, quote, shared accounts are defined as accounts that the salesperson has secured access or communication to with, but requires leadership, sales, and engineering or other resources to help identify, uncover, or build proposals prior to the account closing. It sounds like you have to pay a price if you use internal resources. If you have to use an SE, if you have to use leadership's help or other resources, you lose at minimum 10% commission. Red flag, yes or no? Yes. What? What is the point of that? To use internal resources, you lose half your commission as a result? No, that's absolutely outrageous. Let's see what the poll says. I'm going to click yes. And 167 votes to 12. 93% say yes. So, yeah, you have to pay to use your own internal resources. Yeah, absolutely outrageous. Absolutely not. Hard no from your boy. Okay, this next post is called The First Thing You Ever Sold. The first thing you ever sold. Well, the first thing I ever sold was salad dressings. And yeah, that's a true story, fam. I would go to neighborhood supermarkets with my aunt, who has a salad dressing crouton company. I would take her stuff. I would dress up in a suit, and I would go to like fancy markets and slang salad dressings in 8th grade during the summer. And the thing was, I was not getting commission because I didn't even know what that was. I just knew this: the quicker I could sell, the quicker I could go live my life. Saturdays as an 8th grader, you want to do fun shit, hanging out with your friends, mischief, things like that. And I couldn't do that because I was busy slanging salad dressing. So if I did it quickly and efficiently, I got to go hang out with friends. So that's what I did. Let's see what a few of our friends said. Had to sell those coupon books for football fundraising every year in high school. $20 for 20 coupons. Yeah, no, the old high school fundraisers. Those are always fun. Selling vitamins at GNC. I probably bought some of those. That's why I'm so friggin' jacked. This one says an ounce of weed. Yeah, that was my second sales job in college. Dealing a little bit of Mary J. Oops, sorry about it. Pretty lucrative, especially when you're selling to the East Coast, and they couldn't get it. Anyway, this fourth post is titled, and the worst manager of the year award goes to, drumroll. Okay, so this looks like a post. I'll start through. Okay, so this post is trying to solicit for worst managers of the year nominations. So this one says, killing my deals. This is an example of a manager who sucks. Killing my deals, a little too over-helpful to the point where prospects are confused, unsure who to go to. Emails to prospects are filled with paragraphs and more. He makes it more complicated for our buyers to buy. Yeah, that's not ideal. You don't want that, that manager come in, bring that heat, bring the altitude, drop in on that call, and then blow it for you. That is not ideal. Um, Another example, sat down with me the other day, pulled up a calendar and a teammate's calendar side by side and said, "Why aren't you as busy as so and so?" Bro, I'm a top seller slash performer. I do my work. I do not need to put stuff on my calendar to appear busy. Yeah, that's dumb. That's absolutely outrageous. Managers, if you have a top performer in your team, let them top perform. Stay out of their face. Get away. Unless you're trying to like find some best practices to take your other reps. Like, if you're gonna get pissy at them about menial bullshit, like, shut your goddamn pie hole. All right, top comment says, one, he is a LinkedIn clout chaser. LinkedIn clout chaser, loser. Who would post on LinkedIn and hope people would follow him? Number two, he repeats what other people say in meetings moments after they said it just to ensure he has the last word. Yeah, that's annoying. He delegates, which means he doesn't ever do the shitty parts of his job. He makes things sound super important, gives them to someone else as a great opportunity to learn and show off your skills. Yeah, delegation is a real skill. I'm actually going to agree with manager on this one. Delegation is a real skill, and when you get to a certain point, like, you hire or have other people do that. But yeah, I guess the framing is important. Don't say it's like a great opportunity if it's not. I've been pretty lucky with my managers, honestly. I've had some great managers in my life who kind of let me do my thing, because otherwise, I'd freak out on them. And I had no issue telling managers how I felt. So we had a great relationship. Now, this fifth post and final post is called, "Do People Actually Like This?" I have been SDRing for a few years now. Yikes. I changed careers to sales because I had a kid on the way and my passion career pay couldn't even buy dog food. Heard that. I really don't like cold calling and handling objections. Feels like that douchey guy at the bar who won't take no for an answer. That is a guy I would punch in the face. I feel like an asshole most every call, and that is not easy. Is this just the deal? Should I punch myself in the face more often or just quit this shit? Top comment says, quote, "Few years." Yeah, no, I got hung up on the few years thing too. "Go be an AE and see how your mindset changes." Oh, you'll still cold call, but you can actually close that business too. Yeah. It depends. The short answer is cold calling always sucks. It will always suck. It just is what it is. You got to just accept that. And yeah, overcoming objections can feel annoying at times, but you really got to find your voice. You don't have to be the douchey, pushy person. You can take those objections and reframe them in other ways that help people see it differently. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Being persuasive, there's not a problem with that, especially if you genuinely believe in what you're doing. You want to sell something you believe in. It does not feel douchey to sell a product you believe in. It's when you feel like the product is shitty and feels like you're stealing people's money and that there's no value in what you're doing. Yeah, it's time to get out and go find another product, go find another job. But yeah, sales has some elements of sales feel abrasive at first, but it's about how you massage those and soften those to be more your style, and feel less like a used car salesman. So the best can figure that out. And so if you've been an SDR for a few years, I would go find another company, honestly, and move on. So that's it. That's the 5 posts for today, for this edition of Creme de la Corp. Okay, wait. We actually have one more post. Sorry, I forgot about this one. This one is called "I Done Messed Up," and this is one I'm aware of. Now, here's the situation, and I'm going to read it here real quick. "I've been accepting recruiters' invites, but haven't gotten very far in the interviews. My VP called me today and asked if I had an offer on the table. I said no, but have been talking to companies. He previously mentioned his intent to reorganize the sales team, and his intent to promote the person who wrote this. He goes on to say that part of the reorganization is actually a reduction in headcount, and he wants me in this role, but if the poster here is going to quit, that the VP needs to know adult to adult so that he doesn't have to fire someone else." Okay, great. The poster said, there's nothing's progressed to serious or anything like that, so he wants to stick around. The VP sighs and says, "I wish you would have just lied and told me you weren't looking." Okay, so the VP asks adult to adult for honesty and then says, "I wish you would have lied to me." Okay, now again, the title of this post is "I Done Messed Up." There's an update. So the update one says, "I wasn't fired, I wasn't promoted, but both are still possibilities." Called the VP and asked if he was still employed. His response was, "Yeah, you still have a job, but the board meets today to discuss all of this. They want to discuss how much longer they're going to operate in the red." Okay, so this company's operating in the red. They're not doing well. Doesn't seem like a great ship, kind of one that's sinking and also maybe on fire, and there's rats with bubonic plague on it. So a lot of red flags here. Now, the final post, "I Done Messed Up." Now, I know a few of you are watching my saga like your daily soap. Just kidding. I have another update. I was fired today. Young King was fired, folks. You got a pouring of outcries. Can't believe this from some fellow coworkers. You love that internal support. It was bittersweet. Blah, 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 blah. HR said that he's too expensive for the clientele. They don't plan on targeting until some major product improvements. But HR did say that this person should apply again in another year. Fuck that noise. Absolutely not. You're never going back to that place. Don't ever go back to that place. Look, if you're looking for new roles, don't tell anyone. Like, unfortunately, that's just how it is. Like, you could tell your best friend if you wanted to, but just like know that can be used against you in a million ways, especially in sales. Like, they will just get your ass out and put someone else in that seat. And so, it's a shame it has to be like that. But if you're looking for new roles, keep it on the DL. And of course, if you're looking for new roles, use Bravado Jobs, because our jobs platform is getting sick. So that's it. That's all I got today for Creme de la Corp. Sorry for the shameless plug on Bravado. I mean, this is the war room after all. This is, kind of a little disfigured baby of mine. But either way, I will see you next time or next week, same place, same time for Creme de la Corp. Peace, blessings, and hot leads. Sales are dope. Peace.